everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Conquest here on the Global Conquerors channel. You know me, SMGFrenzy, and I'm joined with my great co-host, great co-owner.
Assassin ADC, but I don't know. I'd rather just go by Assassin now instead of just
Assassin.
ADC. But that's my gamer tag in my ads, so we just go by Assassin just to keep it simple.
You
But yeah,
heard the man.
welcome back to another episode of the Conquest.
Yeah, this is episode 3. We got a few stuff to talk about this week. Like we said last week, we're going to
Uh,
follow more of a format, starting off with some esports news. And the first breaking news this week is T1 have subbed out Faker, and it's for
mm-hmm.
an undetermined time due to an injury that has to do with his dominant arm and hand.
Uh-huh.
So,
I'm just trying to look through the notes that you sent me.
mhm.
That's why it looks like I'm not looking at the screen. Yeah. Um. You. I remember you told me he was having this issue. Um. Like you told me something about he had the issue a couple days
Mhm.
ago. He's just been having this pain for a while now, I think.
Mhm.
Um. But today you sent me that like he'll be actually sitting out
Yeah,
of
T1
it
put out a message to the community
maybe
saying
like
that,
a couple hours ago, like 2 3 hours ago,
yeah, it was like right after their game today, since Faker didn't play. They
and
subbed in
everyone
one
was
of their,
confused.
yeah, yeah, exactly. They
Were you
subbed in one of
confused?
their mid
Were
laners.
you confused when you saw him that he wasn't playing, or did you kind of expect this?
I kind of expected it because earlier in the week they were saying that Faker was starting to feel pain in his hand. So it was like
Hmm.
he might not even play the game that's coming up, and he didn't. And they put out the message today just saying that he's going to take a temporary break to just get his right arm and hand treated. Currently, he went to the hospital. Their statement says he went to the hospital. They got examined. There was not like any major like abnormalities per se, but like it's still enough for him that it's painful to play. And
Hmm.
clearly, it was showing his performance the past few weeks as well. Like T1 was still like winning, but like you could tell something was up. So I'm assuming he's just gonna go through like physical therapy, get it constantly monitored. That's where he can get it back to and nurse it back to full health again. Because he does have the Asian Games coming up in October, and then right after that you have Worlds. This 1 week after that, so it's gonna be if it since it happened, it's better that it happened now instead of all the way towards when Worlds slash the Asian Games are happening. You know,
Which wait, how far out is that?
the Asian Games are like I said, they're like October, like first week of October. World starts literally right after.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better to lose a couple like I mean, not useless but good practice matches, but
Hmm.
I mean, your health is more important. I know he's a competitor. I know he would want it. He wants to be out there to help his team no matter what. But health is very important for everything. For any type of thing, like any work you do, um, gaming,
Hmm.
especially with people on controllers and keyboards, you gotta make sure you stretch out your hands, your fingers, make sure they don't tighten up, so you could have a longevity
Yeah,
later
exactly.
down the road. So yeah, that's a big thing. That's the thing when you sent me. I was shocked because I remember you told me, but um, didn't really know much of it
Hmm.
until you sent me that thing, and then I realized like, okay, so it's better to sit out now, let it heal. Yeah, your thrive for competing is gonna eat you, right? Obviously, everyone loves to compete. I know
Hmm.
he is because he's been considered the best player since he's entered the league at that point. Most consistent. So it hurts him. Yeah, he would love to be out there to at least help keep his team winning.
Yeah.
But your health is more important. So it's a great move that T1 took it. To set him out, get him well taken care of. Just for the longevity of his career too. It's better just to do the important stuff with your health first than worried about the game.
Hmm. I mean, in the esports world, we always see like many, especially PC players, many injuries regarding with the wrist, with how they have to move and whatnot. Controller players sometimes have the same issues as well. It's just one of those things, like you said, you do have to like take a break, stretch out your wrist. You know, you can't always be in that position because it will take a toll on your body. People are like esports, oh, it's not like real sports. You can't get hurt. People don't sweat, whatever. No, it happens. It's still the same thing. It's just in a different part of the body, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you could get injured from everything. I mean, anyway, in some way, some form.
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone gets hurt depending on their work. So, like, professional gamers are they're constantly using their hands almost every day. Some go like 18 hours a day, and then some go maybe more with they scrim. Some they play their league matches, and then some like to stream. So you're playing more. So you usually are on your hands, and then the time you're off the game is not that much compared to how much you're on, depending on what you're using, a keyboard, a mouse, etc. I mean, it's just you want to overwork, the things that are, you know, I guess your career,
Yeah.
because you need your hands first. And we're talking in the esports world, your hands are your most important essential,
Yep.
depending on the esport. But most of the esports are keyboards and controllers, so your hands must be maintained and taken care of because those are the ones that will make you your money. That's essentially,
But like without
you know,
hands, what are you supposed to do in competitive gaming? You can't use a mouse, keyboard, or a controller.
it's better just to maintain your money makers, if you want to call it that,
Hmm.
up to date. And then, yeah, because I stretch, after I play, I mean, I usually stretch my hands a couple of minutes. I heard icing them is good too after playing, so, might have to get into doing that.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I play. I mean, 3 to 4 hours is different compared to like 18 hours, 19 hours compared to like these pros,
Yep.
because that's what they're making their living off of. So health is important.
No,
Health is
exactly.
health is first in anything. So
Exactly. Exactly. I
let's
think
see.
on further news for esports news this week, as we talked about last week, the Call of Duty League's season ended, and apparently Roster Mania is going crazy right off the bat. I
So
think you know more about this than I do.
okay, so literally the day we recorded that podcast last Sunday, not the one that just passed.
Yep.
So if you don't know, we're recording this podcast on a Wednesday, the day after 4th of July, because Sunday I was out of it, couldn't get up. You didn't really feel. You were busy, and then 4th of July, we just, we decided to take that day off. And then I didn't work today, so it kind of worked out.
Mhm.
I won't go back to work until tomorrow. So this is recorded on a Wednesday, July 5th, just to keep you up to date. But so as soon as we recorded the podcast last Sunday, not the one that just happened, but we were talking about WrestleMania to start happening July 1st.
Mhm.
Well, it kind of kicked off like maybe 10 minutes after we finished the podcast.
Literally.
And then throughout the week, rumors. So I think Minnesota had dropped their whole roster.
Hmm.
They kept Fame, their rookie. Let's see. Optic release Hook and Ghosty,
Hmm.
which was kind of. I mean, I kind of expected the Hook one, but after what I saw how Ghosty played, I thought they would have kept him. But he was released. Um, Phase released Slasher.
Hmm.
Let's see. Ultra release Hixie. But they're willing to sell two of their players if they have to. LAD's Octane retired, a big player.
Yeah.
Retired. Um, so from how it seems, the top four teams are somewhat unlocked. So New York is sticking. They just one chance. Why would you change?
Yeah.
Uh, Phase. Oh, and Seattle Surge released their roster because that's very important to the now. So New York is keeping the roster. Phase depends on who they get. So the rumors was they're getting Draza, and
Hmm.
if they don't get Draza, they get Sib.
Hmm.
So let's just say that roster. Let's just say they go with Sib.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who's the other team that has Optic? Well, according to the rumors, it's supposed to be Dashi Hook or Dashi Shotzi, uh, Pred,
Hmm.
which was he was supposed to join them in the middle of the season, but Seattle were trying to get more money out of Optic, and Optic weren't just gonna let them do that to them. So, and then Seattle ended up just not going through with the deal. So,
Hmm.
um, So from that point on, I think he's been wanting to join Optic. So, but like I said, no one knows the roster. But the roster that's rumored is supposed to be, like I said, Dashi, Shotzi, Pred, and then Draza,
Hmm.
which is good. And then if if Ultra keep their three, which would be Scrap, Insight, and Phoenix, there's rumors of Envoy getting picked up from Thieves. And then Thieves are just left with nobody besides Kenny. Because Octane retired and then supposedly the two other players are leaving. So, yeah. And then Vegas released their whole roster.
Hmm.
Florida released most of their roster besides Vickle, who was a Spaniard, which I think they're going to merge with a Spanish team and they're gonna be an all Spanish based team. So,
Okay.
and then like I said, London released their roster. LAG kept our cities in Sprat because they were on a 3-year deal.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know about the other teams. Not sure yet.
All right.
But so the top four should be announced sometime either this week or next week,
Yeah.
and then little throughout the week they're gonna, or throughout the 4 months of the off season they're gonna more teams are gonna be announced. So yeah, so the top four, so Optic, Phase, Ultra, and New York will be announced. So I think New York is guaranteed that's gonna stick.
Hmm.
Like the other three, we don't know yet, but that's what the rumored, and it seems like from the sources, most everyone are saying the same thing. So top four teams are set. Boston released a couple of other players. They only got two players. Um, yeah, it's been a crazy couple of days now. I've been trying to keep track, but I gotta make sure I gotta keep my 600. What's it called? The thing that he kept, the Twitter thing. We'll talk about that later. But yes, I'm trying to make sure I don't use all of my Twitter
Yeah.
uh, posts for the day.
I mean,
But I don't even go through 600 posts, so I should be fine.
you'd be surprised. But before we get into that, as the resident Optic fan here, I think both of us were expecting Hook to get dropped, and he was. The ghosty drop is what surprised me.
Yeah.
What's your take on it?
So originally I thought, okay, so since I thought we were gonna keep Ghosted because he was our best player at champs, he was the only one who played great. I thought he had enough. He built up enough to like keep on the roster, but I think the reason why Optic are doing this is because some of these players won't be available again for another 2 to 3 years.
Hmm.
You might as well just pull the trigger on them now. And you got to think about it. Your goal is to not help build another super team.
Hmm.
So your goal is to try to pick up players that. So like your goal is for Phase not to pick up Pred, Draza, or Scrap.
Hmm.
So your goal, you're trying to stop other teams from, but also be able to help your team.
Hmm.
If you have to literally think of it like that. So I think that's why they had to drop Ghosty. Um, I think they don't want certain players to join teams to build super teams. Um, so I think the Pred move was good because I think he would have gone to Phase if they had the chance to. I think, and then Draza was an option, and then Sib is an option for Phase.
Hmm.
But from how it seems like Prey will join Optic. It seems like I can't confirm. It's not 100% confirmed.
Yeah.
These are just rumors. Rumors can end up changing last minute. But yeah, I know Draza's one and Sib is their Phase's second choice. So whoever they get, they're gonna get better. It doesn't matter who they get. They would want Draza. He's available. Um, so yeah. I don't know, man. Roster meaning is insane right now, and it's hard to keep track of everyone's roster, but from what it seems like, we already have the four teams already. From how it seems, we already have the four teams already announced. We're just waiting for Minnesota, Thieves, Florida, Surge,
Hmm.
London. Did I say Paris
Not yet. No.
or Legion? I mean Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah.
Two other teams I'm missing because it's 12 teams.
Toronto.
No, Toronto's top four,
Yeah.
and there's four teams announced. I can't think of them. Minnesota, Florida, London,
Yeah.
Gorillas, Tees. Yeah, there you go. Vegas.
Hmm.
Who's dude? Surge. One more.
One more, yeah.
Which one am I missing? Did I say London already?
No.
Okay, so that was 8.
That's it. Yep.
So the top 4 have already been supposedly already confirmed, and the other 8 are going to be. Oh, and Boston. There you go. Boston was the one that I think I said London twice, but it was Boston. Yeah. So eight teams have yet to figure out their rosters. 4 teams are already the top 4 teams are already looking into their rosters, and I'm pretty much to be locked.
Yeah.
And some teams will be announcing their rosters sometime this week or next week, early next week. Yeah. So
And we still don't
GG.
know when the next season's gonna start either. So
We don't even know what their game they're playing. So.
yeah, exactly. So it's all up in the air
There hasn't
since.
there hasn't there hasn't been any leaks on the new game. There would have been a multiplayer review at Champs or a trailer at Champs. Nothing.
I think we're sticking with the same game.
I think so, but I heard there's gonna be like MW2 2.0. So there's gonna be like the movement's gonna be insane.
Hmm.
There's gonna be movement in this game compared to like the one that we just played.
Yeah.
There's no slide canceling, nothing crazy. And according to from leaks, the next one is almost the same, but it has more movement based. So we'll see. They have no clue. This is the first time. I don't know if we're on a 2 year or we're playing a new game. I would love for have it to be a 2 year so we could have better CODs come out.
Hmm.
But like I said, it's up in the air, and who knows.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see until we get any news. It's still way too early. It's only been a week and a half since Champs even happened, so we just gotta wait and see.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
also in other esports news, we just had the end of an HCS event in Arlington, Texas. I'm not sure if you watched some of it. I
I
did.
watched a lot Saturday and then some of it Sunday.
Hmm.
I didn't watch Sunday the finals on Sunday because it wasn't close.
Hmm.
But yes, go ahead.
I mean, we got the standings. We had FaZe Clan who finished first after a really super dominant event. Space Station finished second. We had the very first time an EU team broke the top 3 quadrant, the all French roster. Third, they eliminated both Sentinels and Optic Gaming, who were knocked out fourth and fifth. Cloud9, a team that kind of dropped off the face of the earth, they finished sixth, which is,
They actually did it a lot better than I expected.
yeah, compared to like orgs like Navi, who finished in like top 16, same with like Native White, G1, they kind of dropped off, while other orgs that you don't really talk about much, Complexity, C9, Quadrant, they finished pretty high this event. Some people were
Sentinels
saying
was
something's going on with
Sentinels.
Optic and Sentinels.
No, Sentinels did a lot better compared to like the other events. This team looked a lot better than what they started out the year with. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think the more time they'll play, the more they'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Heard Optic might be looking to potentially make a roster change. People are saying they should
uh,
drop APG, but I don't agree.
I still think it's too early. I just think FaZe and this SSG are just ahead of the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like how Optic got ahead. I think it's because um I think the difference is compared to like the end of the year, people didn't there's a roster that people didn't want to play with.
Yeah.
And from how it seemed like Optic were the only ones wanting to keep playing the game towards the end. But now that people have the rosters they want, it seems like they're going full steam. Like as for example, FaZe
Yep.
finally got the roster they wanted after. Well, they tried to make this move last in the middle of this last season.
Yeah.
They're trying to make this move, never went through. And then I mean they ended up winning a tournament, so I don't know why there's even a talks about a roster change, but yeah, well as you can see, it's kind of benefiting them now than it did. Now they're on to back to backs,
Yeah. Exactly.
dominating. Well, this one was more dominant than one from last season, so I kind of expected if Optic, it's either Optic, SSG, or FaZe to win the tournament.
You think so? You don't think that you think this was like a fluke for the French roster that made a top 3 quadrant?
Uh, It's hard to tell because this is the first time they played good. So
I feel like
the
they
only
proved
way.
themselves because they both eliminated both Optic and Sentinels pretty convincingly.
But who knows? The way to prove yourself that you belong there is if you do it again
Yeah,
or place higher.
we'll just have to see
I'm
what
not
they
saying
say
they
against us.
can't. Not saying they can't, but I'm just saying they to prove to everybody that you are top three team now
Mhm.
is you got to do it again. So we'll see until the next tournament. Don't know when that is because
I think it's next month. I just don't know where.
I know that this is the first time I remember there was an event at the start of the June and then at the end of the June-ish area
Yeah.
is so
I mean, the
this
back
is the
half of the
first.
year has HCS events every single month, finally. So there's going to be more Halo news coming out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think that's it for the esports news. We can now transition on to the general stuff. First up, like you said earlier, this is being recorded one day after the 4th of July. So those watching, happy late 4th of July. What did you do for 4th of July?
Uh, did a barbecue, burgers, hot dogs, the typical 4th of July type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't throw fireworks this year. I guess me and my cousin agreed to go all out on New Year's, so
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna go. We're gonna. So my goal for this year is to buy fireworks little by little throughout the year,
Mm-hmm.
or like the remaining half. They're half. Oh my god, we're already halfway through the year.
Yeah.
Jesus. Um, so try to buy fireworks little by little since you could buy them at the store at the Phantom. I think the big warehouse store that they have here. So my goal is to just buy little by little over throughout the year,
Mm-hmm.
store them, and then when the New Year's comes, just go all out. So
Do you plan to get like the small, like sparkler ones, or like the big ones that go in the air and do all the crazy stuff?
we're going all out
Okay.
with a bang because this might be the most exciting year for our family this year. So I'm okay with willing to go all out. Hopefully, the GC turns around towards the end or
Mm-hmm.
gets better towards the end. That would be another great thing to celebrate.
Yep.
Um, but I mean, as of right now, we're doing great. It's good. I've been wanting to do podcasts. Like I told you this for more, but just the not having the face cam thing wasn't. It doesn't look right. Just having our pictures.
Yeah.
I want people to like see our facial features and like how we react to things we say and stuff like we talk about, and then build, the your I guess a face to face with your audience and your community.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so not much. I ate a good amount. Didn't watch fireworks because the weather here has been terrible these last couple of days. If you live in Georgia or anyone who visiting, Georgia weather is terrible at times. So yeah, this is not great weather. But yeah, it started out with raining
Yep.
and then it stopped
Yep.
and then it drizzled. Dude, it isn't all over. So either way, we didn't throw fireworks. We decided to just keep it simple this year.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, me and my cousin agreed to go all out for uh New Year's. So yeah, and then I think in 2 weeks from now. Wait, what was this? For 2 weeks? So not this week. 2 weeks after Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
I will be gone on a fishing trip.
Fishing trip. Okay.
Yep, I'm going with some coworkers
Okay.
and the main boss. So gonna have fun with that. But so we're gonna either have to record this podcast early or when I get back.
We'll see when we get there.
But we'll get there. That's 2 weeks out. But yes, hope y'all had a great and safe 4th of July whenever you're watching this late a year from now on 4th of July. Who knows?
We never know.
But I hope everyone stayed safe, had fun, enjoyed time with their families. Um, so had good food and watched some great fireworks. So
Yep. I mean, my 4th of July was pretty good. I went out on the 3rd to watch fireworks. Then it stormed.
did
So
you go? You went to, if I'm not mistaken, you went to Thrasher Park.
yeah, for that one. And then it was storming like crazy, so we left.
Yeah. Let me before I cut. Let me cut you off for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
So my neighbor in front of me, good friend of mine, played football with him. Good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Had breakfast with him last Sunday. So the third, the day before, were some heavy winds. Guess what? It happened. It pulled the tree out of the ground. Insane.
Did you see it
And I
fall
didn't
or you
hear
saw it happen?
no. I didn't even hear it fall. I was in my bed watching a movie.
Hmm.
I go up because my uncle called me, and then because there's usually an ice cream man,
Hmm.
like just with this little cart walking around everywhere.
Yeah.
Support your local, Hispanic business out there selling stuff like that. They're great people. They're hardworking. They just
Yeah.
to keep you out there. Anywhere you live, you see someone out there selling corn, food, anything, ice cream, support them.
Yeah.
They're
Go for
doing
it.
a lot to help them benefit their families. Um, you know, just doesn't have to be much, $1 or whatever that depending on what they're selling.
Hmm.
It'd just be a grateful thing to help them out. Um, just to help them out, and then enjoy some good food because they make some good food. They work very hard for what they want to do or for what they're trying to achieve to help maintain their family. So they support you, anyways. So my uncle called me out. He was like, "Yeah, the ice cream man's here. You want to buy it? You want ice cream? Like, so I'll buy it." So I went out. Boom, tree just pulled out of the ground. He said, my uncle said there's heavy winds, and he's like, "I'm surprised you didn't hear it. It was bad. The weather has been bad. It's starting to get hot. As I heard that it was the hottest it's ever been.
It's the
And
most consistently hot it's been in, I think, like you said, kind of forever.
so yeah.
It's been bad, like, and that's why you cut me off there because of the whole that was the third. So like it was nice and sunny, and then the winds come in. It just starts raining like crazy, storms everywhere. Norcross, the power went out near downtown, so
Mm-hmm.
I had to go back
Yeah.
home. You know, I came back out on the fourth, went to the Lilburn one. Almost got canceled as well because it started raining and storming and stuff. But then fortunately it stopped and just was drizzling throughout the rest of the night. But it's just I don't know. This summer is a little bit different with the weather and stuff.
It's not as hot as I thought it would be yet. It might get hotter throughout the end of towards the end of this month.
Yeah.
But since I work outside, so I hope it stays not too hot.
Hmm.
But I'll make do. Find a way to take care of myself, so I'll be fine.
We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully the weather gets better. But on
Or
to
at least not too hot, just
not
not
too
too
hot.
hot. Don't get to
Well,
130 or 110. We're
if
not
it
Arizona,
gets
please.
if we get that hot, I think I'd have to leave because that's just too much.
Yes, it would be too much.
Yeah. But on
So
to
what's
the
the next one I
other
heard you
thing
talking
that you
about?
you brought a hint up to it earlier. It was the temporary Twitter update that happened 3-4 days before this is being recorded. Elon came on one day. Everybody went on Twitter like in the morning, like I do sometimes, just to see what's going on. And I noticed I couldn't read anything, but I could see Elon Musk's tweet at the top of my Twitter feed, and he was like, due to like a bunch of things happening, data scraping or whatever, that verified accounts would be able to read 6,000 posts a day. Unverified accounts could read 600 posts a day. And new accounts that were created could read 300 posts a day. Now, think about it with Twitter, though. A post counts the first post you see. If you click the post and you scroll down and read the comments, those also count as post.
Hey,
And
I didn't. Okay, I didn't know that. That's one thing I'll tell you. I did not know that. I did
also,
not know that.
advertisements count as post. Things that you don't want to see. So you would scroll through your page for like a minute and like maybe read one thing and like go through the comments real quickly. And even if you don't read the comment and you scroll past it, that was still a post that was seen. As a result,
Oh,
you could be on there for like 3 minutes, done. You can't read anything else.
so what was that? It would restart every other day.
It would be straight every day. So it like
Let me
killed
let me.
everything,
Okay,
you know?
so obviously you could tell they're not rated, and then he changed it to more. I think it was like new accounts that had 600. I think uh
What he did was I have it here. It was
unverified account.
verified could read 10,000, unverified 1,000, new 500. Still, you blow through that in like 10 minutes if you're just reading. Like it was just impossible. And
And
then
then he
apparently it
tripled
got
it, right? And then he tripled it.
he tripled it, and then it looks like it got dropped completely because now I can use Twitter normally again.
Elon, I like you for your Tesla, your SpaceX and shit. But you gotta let Twitter go, brother, because you ain't doing. Leave it how it is, bro. Because I don't want to. Twitter has been like the most like I think the most reliable thing of news for everything esports, worldwide news,
Yeah.
bro. If you okay, you what you gotta do? Clean up the the scam pages,
Hmm.
all these like non-guidance type of posts, stuff you know you don't want to see in your page,
Hmm.
um because half of the time stuff I don't even follow be appearing like sexual type of content be showing up. I'm like what the hell?
It's because like you're following somebody, like you follow them for their post, but then they go and they like something, and then their like appears in your feed, and like you don't want to see that.
Dude, it's so hard for me to open Twitter in public. I have to like I don't even open Twitter in public anymore because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Elon, you might not even watch this, or however, if it ever does, just leave Twitter how it is.
I mean, I doubt he
If you
cares because he did this knowing dang well what was gonna happen, and then started trolling about it when people got mad.
Elon, please leave Twitter how it is. You want to make your money back? Just keep Twitter blue. Or do what you're doing fine. Make subscription based pages or like pages where you can have a monthly subscription where you could pay for extra content that isn't on the main Twitter.
That's already there though. You can
But like I'm
subscribe to
saying,
accounts, and they
you
post extra content for those subscribers.
that like stuff like that should be how he should make his money. Not no dumb. This wasn't. This was a dumb thing. Like, come on, bro. Like you're telling me having restrictions on what you could, how many posts you can see a day. It's are you serious?
The things like
Like,
even verified accounts had restrictions though. Like even if you did pay, you can still run out and not read anymore. That's how it
like
was. Like no.
I would okay. I would understand if you're verified. If verified accounts had a limited, that's different. I would understand that.
Yeah, but who's? I'm not verified. You're not verified. Almost nobody we follow, besides a select few, are verified. Many esports leagues aren't verified.
Fix the goddamn verification things, bro. Bunch of people that bro. Just because you're not affiliated with any org, doesn't mean you don't have a fan base. A lot of people lost their check marks because they weren't associated with a company or a brand or an organization.
Yeah, but also orgs have to now pay to get their verification, and then they have to pay extra to put people under their verification. So
Like, what's the point? Like all these people that were verified before aren't verified no more. Like they lost it because they weren't associated with nobody or
I don't know.
I don't
Twitter's
know.
gone. I remember the crowd being like, "Elon's gonna buy Twitter. It's gonna get so much better." I've been saying it since day one. No, it's not.
I
It's
I,
not.
I think I said that. I was like, oh, I'm hectic about it, but I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, okay. Then he made Twitter blue. Anyone could get verified. I'm not gonna go trust someone who's verified just because they're verified. They have 2 followers and following 3,000 people. Just and they're verified.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna listen to that dude who's he paid for that.
Yeah, it's too. Remember, I think when Twitter Blue first got announced and anybody could buy verification, there was like people impersonating each other, and they would buy bot followers to look like they have a lot of followers, tweet out stuff, and then ruin the other person's whole identity.
When that came out, bro, the new like verification is not being verified,
I don't. It's just he's
bro.
treating Twitter like an experiment, and it's like clearly not working.
Bro, when Twitter Blue first came out, bro, you should have seen my page, bro. Like everybody that I had followed were verified, bro. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, you have 10 followers and you're following 3 million people. Like, what are you doing? Like,
People just
I'm
like
like,
to have,
whatever.
and there wasn't even any perks at that time either. They just had a check mark. People wanted to have a check mark.
Dude, I used to love Twitter. Now I can't seem to. I can't get on Twitter anymore every day. I have to usually it's either back then I used to. So back in high school, I used to use Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. This is before TikTok, so there's nothing like that back then. So, and then YouTube.
Yeah.
So, as we, I joined GC. Started using Twitter more. So the first thing I would open was Twitter,
Hmm.
check my emails, my messages, and then open my Instagram, my Snapchat to look at. But like, I don't even have the urge. The first thing I open when I wake up is TikTok, bro.
Hmm.
I can't open Twitter. I just can't because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to even see stuff anymore.
We just have to wait and see. We thought he would have less influence since he's not the CEO anymore, but apparently he still has almost full reign to do whatever he wants. So it's really interesting to follow. But talking
Dang.
about Twitter, there's a new competitor coming out tomorrow, or when you're watching this episode, it should be today because it usually comes out on Thursday. Um, Facebook slash Meta slash Instagram, the Meta's their parent company, they're releasing a Twitter competitor called Threads on Thursday. We don't know what it looks like. We don't know how it'll work, but it's supposed to be able to rival Twitter, they said.
So you're telling me Facebook, Instagram, and what'd you say was
It's the company
Meta
that owns them's Meta, yeah.
are making a new Twitter
Yeah.
version?
And it should be
Uh,
be able to pair with your Instagram, apparently.
I will be using that just to test it out and then see what it goes.
Hmm.
And if that becomes the new Twitter, oh boy, say
We'll have to
goodbye to
see.
Twitter.
We don't know what it will be like because Facebook sometimes it's kind of cancerous to use. Instagram can sometimes also fall into the same vein. If you
Dude,
like one post and then you
Instagram, Instagram has now become bad. Like, remember how you couldn't see? Like, remember posts? Like, yeah, now you see how almost half they get people on them now.
Mhm.
Remember when Instagram like would delete them really quick or like put a like have like a guide thing where you like click the video and it tells you like 18 plus and this and that like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it just wouldn't be on your page at all at times. It
Or like
wouldn't even make
you'll
it.
send me a meme video and like you'll have a thumbnail of something normal and then you click it and it's just something
Yes,
completely
yes,
different.
yes. Um,
I don't know.
so it is.
Something's happened with social media. It seems a lot of
Uh,
it's starting to go downhill like pretty quickly if you think about it.
oh yeah. How about we? Freaking man, just Kansas DC will bring. We'll make our own social media platform. We'll call it the Rivals.
The rivals.
Yes.
We
You
could,
want that new rival? It's like Twitter, but better.
but better. That's what we're all gonna say. We'll see if Threads is any better than Twitter. That's the one I'm looking forward to. But at the same time, a little iffy because like I have Facebook. I'm on and off of Facebook only because that's one of the only places I can message certain people because they don't have any other app. I don't really like Facebook, but like I said, only some people use Facebook. And also,
I
it's so like one of the apps like Instagram as well or TikTok that take a lot of your info when it's on your phone. Unfortunately,
That's every app. At this point, it's every account. Every app does that. It doesn't matter,
that's the problem. Yeah, like they already know who I am, where I live, what I like, all that stuff. They have all of our info. If we've had it even once on our phone.
bro. Just even you have a license. That's it. That's all I needed. You have your license. Everything they have. They know where you live, how old you are, what you look like, what your weight, your height, your eye color, dude. Just that. It's in a database, dude. It's everywhere.
Well, yeah, privacy doesn't exist, especially here. It's just you can find info about anybody so quickly by searching their name. If they have a common name, put in like an approximate location. All the info's on the internet. That's it.
It doesn't matter. They have your information the moment you're born.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do about it.
but like when
You
you
just
get older
start.
and you use it, like you like a tweet on Twitter it says that like you like an MLS tweet. Okay, you're a soccer fan. You like one tweet about this. You're a soccer fan of this team specifically. We're gonna keep pushing ads to you on Amazon, on Facebook
Okay, wait,
Marketplace.
hold on. Let's talk about something crazy.
Yeah.
You ever notice when you're talking about something like you like you're talking like, man, I really need like some towels or like a dresser.
Hmm.
You know how Instagram now has ads and stuff.
Hmm.
Have you noticed that's like it has like Amazon things and it becoming like you can slide to see like what's on there.
Yeah.
Have you noticed how it just starts? popping up stuff that you talked about, you're not gonna tell me they're not listening. Also, like there's no way.
For
You
me, it
notice that, right?
hasn't been stuff I've talked about. I'll go like on Safari to search up um like a jacket, right? And then I'll go back onto Instagram and it'll give me like the Instagram marketplace. It'll be like a jacket for this price, the exact jacket I was looking at. Another one, I'm like, okay, they're comparing the info from what I searched up on a completely different app and tracking it over back to Instagram or the Facebook or the Snapchat or whatever, and it's recommending it to me there. They have
Yes,
all your
it's,
info. They have access to
I
your phone.
know. I don't know, bro. I'm like there's a time I think I told you, but I'm looking for a like like a 2 foot 27-inch maybe dresser
Mm-hmm.
for three door
Mm-hmm.
and like 28 inches high.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I look it up on goddamn IKEA, Walmart, everything. That shit comes up on Twitter on Instagram. I'm like, what? I'm like, dog. That's like, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not trying to stuff it in. It's just weird. So yeah, doesn't matter. They have your info, even if you don't have social medias, you have a license or
Yep.
an ID, and yeah, you're giving your information no matter what. You're even giving them where you live.
Since we're on this
So
topic, I want to bring this up, and if there's any children watching this, I'm gonna say skip for the next 5 minutes because it's a little bit explicit. But since like they all these media apps have like all your info, right? Think about people who use like Snapchat and stuff, and they send like explicit photos to like their significant other. Have you ever
uh,
considered that like a Snapchat employee somewhere has that photo in their database?
yes, I do believe that, and I don't send any of it.
Like, there's people that do that. I'm like,
I'm just saying it. Yeah, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say, and then I'll say what I'm gonna say.
it's like there's people who use social media apps to do that, and then like I'm thinking here like now it's on a database cataloged forever. If a leak were to ever happen, like in those databases,
You are
you
chopped.
yeah, you're
You are
exposed.
chopped.
And that can like ruin you trying to go for like a job application when they go on deep search for you to see what you've done in the past and like, wait a minute, that's you doing something that I did not want to see, you know?
Yeah.
Or it's like say even if you texted through phone, your cell carrier has all records of all your conversations. And you can pay money or get a court order to see those records. And there you are, exposed to the world.
Mm-hmm.
But like privacy kind of doesn't exist if you kind of think about it. At least not here. I know some countries have like stricter privacy laws, like in Japan, for example. Nobody can access your cell record unless you're the person itself. Your parent can't get it on behalf of you. You have to go there and request it yourself. But we don't have any such law here.
No, sir, at all.
No,
No. Other countries do it better than we do. That's all I'm gonna say.
maybe got some issues and we gotta fix them if people actually care enough about them.
Nah, US don't care, bro. They want to have every advantage they have against everybody.
Well, we'll have to
Oh,
wait and see.
please bleep that out because holy shit, I don't want no U.S. enforced law person at my door.
No, man, that's free speech. You can say whatever you want.
This is probably the last podcast I make
We'll see if you don't appear on the episode after this. But
or on the news. Uh, yeah. So not to sound like no good guy or trying to get people to like me. I usually tell my significant partner not to send me stuff like that just for like their safety.
mhm,
Because I had a friend that went through that, and yeah, their ex was a bad person and wouldn't delete them because
mhm,
bad people out there. So you don't know. Yeah, I just prefer you not to send me stuff
mhm,
like that just for my safety and yours.
mhm,
Is better off. And then I'm not gonna say like back in the time when I was in a relationship. Obviously, I'm not. I'm not gonna say that I didn't text. Just text stuff. Explicit because I'm not gonna lie. That's if I was young. Then I lied. I gotta learn. I learned from my mistakes. That's all it is. But I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't text a certain way.
Well, it's better to
Uh,
like warn people now because people tend to make these mistakes, like you said, when they're younger. They're not thinking. They're like, "Oh, it's whatever. I'm gonna live my life. No one's gonna care in the future." It comes back and it haunts some people and it plagues them for the rest of their lives. You just got to be careful with stuff like that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just prefer not, my sibling together not to send me stuff like that, just for the safety of
Mm-hmm.
theirs and mine,
Mm-hmm.
just for safety.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
okay, kids, you can come back now. I think it's been about 5 minutes. Um, I think actually that's what we had on the schedule. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
Let's see. Let's see. So they're not. You want to talk about the iPhones coming up, or is that
I
not a thing you're
actually
interested in?
don't know anything about that, so fill me in real quick.
So in 2 months, we will get the iPhone 15.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Apple Showcase.
It says yes, the 15.
Mm, I don't know. They announced like this meta thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Apparently the 15 is also getting a new charger.
Yeah, it's gonna be USB-C.
Amazing, finally.
Took a couple years, but they'll get it.
Well, they were forced to because the EU was like, bro, stop being
Okay.
trying to be different.
In January of this year, let's talk about some. This is probably something we're gonna add some tech towards the end because we like tech. Me and you, we talk about it. But let's go to. We're just gonna talk about the Apple stuff right now.
Okay.
That's we're kind of close to it. We're 2 months out from it. But in January of this year, they had the thing. They announced the new 14-inch and the 16-inch Mac Pro models.
Okay.
They're more updated, and then there's a new M2 Pro Mac Mini machine, a new larger size 299 HomePad, so like an Alexa for Apple.
Mm-hmm.
And the current one that happened, there's one that happened, the Visual Pro headset, which is scheduled to come out in 2024.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have seen any pictures of it,
No, I have not.
um, but it's at an absurd price.
What are we talking
I
about?
don't,
What's that, like 800, 900
couple thousand.
thousand? Of course.
Let's see. You might want to just slap a random picture on it on screen with the price tag
That's right, yeah.
when, if
Just
you
send me the
want.
name of it when you get the chance.
It's it's called the Apple Vision Pro. The Vision Pro is priced starting at 3,499 and will be launched early of 2024.
Oh, yeah, because it's a
Okay,
headset. Okay.
it's a feature. The features are right. The 4K micro LOED display with 23 million pixels combined. Eye and gesture tracking for navigation and control.
Mm-hmm.
More than a dozen cameras, 3D photos, and video capture, built-in uh, audio. Like I think it's like surround optic ID, iris scanning, external battery with 2 hours of battery life. So you'll be able to watch. So the goal is to be able to watch games like in on the screen while moving around. I
Mm-hmm.
think there's a video demonstration.
But it's
Uh,
supposed to be a competitor to the Oculus Rift because they're both VR headsets.
yes, yes, it is. It is, and the price tag is absurd, dude.
Let me check what an Oculus cost right now.
Pretty cheap. Not 3,000 something. Let's see.
I don't think they make them anymore, but looking at Amazon, you can buy the base Oculus Rift. I know it's a little bit older. That one's you can buy it for 500 right now on Amazon or 305 pre-owned.
Mm-hmm.
That Apple, you said $3,000?
3,500. Yeah.
Jeez, okay.
Let's
Even you
see.
gotta really be in a VR, and then it's still only the headset. It doesn't even come with like if you like really want to be immersed, like the haptic suits and touch pads and everything.
So obviously, Apple always do another Apple event in September for the iPhones.
Hmm.
So as of right now, we're getting the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro.
Hmm.
Um, this will be the first USB-C For the Lightning, the default screen will be 6.1 inches.
Okay.
The 15, which according to people is going to be cheap. It's probably going to be the better iPhone out of the newer like. And the 15 Plus is 6.7 inches. And then
Is there any big like hardware upgrades by chance?
I think they're using a faster A17 chip built. Is the biggest iPhone could feature technology.
What about like battery life?
It's supposed to be double of what it was on the old one.
Okay, because I've been seeing people say it's only supposed to be 15% stronger, which is
Hmm.
it's significant, but like
And then supposedly they're going to be announcing the new Apple Watch as well.
Okay.
And it's not clear if Apple Watch SE and Apple Ultra will be updated in the so iPhones and Apple Watches should be announced in September for that event, and that's when they announce the new iPhones. Like you're able to order them like 2 weeks or a week after they do the event.
So
Ugh.
I know you said you plan to upgrade, like maybe not now, but maybe later down the line. I will only upgrade if they make another version of the SE. Their SE launch has been the best thing. iPhone 5 body, but like all the new features in this because I like the smaller phone. So if they do like an SE 3, I'll buy it because I have the SE 2.
I have the 11, and yeah, I've gone through hell with this one. I just need to upgrade because I need a bigger phone because I have big hands. Not that I don't have to, but my fingers feel weird on and and my phone's starting to give out. Yeah, I've told you about how many times I've repaired it. I repaired it recently. I had my screen cracked from there.
Mhm,
Uh, this charging port I've changed it like 8 times already.
mhm.
Uh, and yeah,
You know what would be
yeah.
nice? If you were to upgrade to the 15, they allow you to turn in your old USB connector for like store credit because it's gonna be useless then.
The thing is, I'm not planning to like trade my phone in. I'm planning to just keep it just in case for my goal. Okay, so my goal is to keep this phone. Like, is if I ever travel outside of the U.S., I don't take my really expensive plus phone.
Hmm.
So if I get it stolen, I just get this one stolen. But worst comes to shove, That's not the goal. I'm not trying to. But yes, I do plan on keeping this. Maybe give it to my mom or my brother who wants it.
Hmm.
I wasn't planning to upgrade. In 2020, I had the iPhone 7 Plus,
Yeah.
but after some odd reason, it just didn't. My phone service cell didn't want to pick up anymore,
Hmm.
and the only way I could make calls is if I was on Wi-Fi. So
Ah.
at that point, I had to upgrade, and then I was having phone issues with that phone in high school too.
Yeah.
I had to use certain chargers. I couldn't use an Apple charger to charge it, which is weird. I don't know what happened, so I had to upgrade. So I upgraded to this, and then now I've been through hell with it because I work in construction. So
I mean,
cracked the screen, changed it. This gets so much dust goes through the porthole, the charging port
yeah.
is damaged. A bunch of like of the like I guess the things,
Yeah.
and it's damaged now too.
Jeez.
But it charges, but it's just I'll charge it and then it'll like if I slightly move it, it'll disconnect.
I'll just
So,
yeah. There's something for the
but
charging
it
port to
still
go out.
works. I'm not gonna go get that fixed. I'm gonna just hold on until the end of it. So maybe September and just get the 14 and not the 15.
I mean, isn't it crazy? Here we are with somewhat newish iPhones, but there's still also some people out here using iPhone 4s.
I still think the iPhone 6 is the greatest iPhone that ever come out.
It was a cool design. I mean, I had a 6. I think you had the one after the 7.
I had I had the 7 Plus.
Yeah.
Actually, I have it somewhere. I have it
Like
somewhere. I don't remember exactly where I put it.
first time, and even
Oh,
now, if you use it wisely, it's still yeah. There it is. It's still a
so
good
it
phone.
this is like I would have not upgraded. This phone felt great. It's almost the same size,
Hmm.
which is crazy to think that the pluses came a long way. But I
Yeah.
like that this one was thinner.
I
But
mean, it was
I
getting to the point that it almost became a tablet.
Yeah, but I actually like this phone. I never had an issue with it. It just I don't know I had an issue with the charging,
Mhm.
and then I just wouldn't pick up the. So I would have had this phone still to this day
Mm.
if it didn't lose the service thing.
Mhm.
But according to some dude, he said there's a problem with the motherboard. I might have gotten a bad motherboard when I got
Ah,
it. So if I were to ever like, he said if I changed it, it probably would fix the charging problem. Because I wasn't able to charge with the Apple product iPhone.
yeah.
I'd use some like the Amazon ones. So yes, I would have still had this phone. Probably the best phone. Yeah, and I got the jet black version.
Of
It's
course.
not the matte black. So yeah, because everyone had matte black. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Well, it was
But
a
now I
club. It
see
was like, oh, it's all gold seal.
now I see why people got the matte black. This shit scratched like hell.
Well, yeah,
It
especially if
was
you don't wear your case on all the time.
yeah. So this is the best iPhone I ever had. I still think this is the best. The six or the seven have been the best. The one thing I didn't like when they did is they got rid of the headphone jack.
Oh yeah.
But it's okay. I had my lightning cable. I still have my lightning cables from. I mean, I had this phone for a while, dude. Like, I had no reason to upgrade.
Yeah.
But yeah, technology's came a long way. You just know that. Uh, yeah, I mean, we'll figure out some cool other technology stuff. I just think just to make the podcast a little longer compared to like last week, it was short.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just trying to build up. Yeah, and don't buy the Logitech controller.
Yeah, don't buy that. If you're gonna buy a controller,
Don't
buy an Xbox one or buy a PlayStation. If you can hook up your Switch, hook up your Switch. I don't know. Do something.
don't use it for gaming, please. Or if you're trying to fly or drive big objects, please. And
He
yeah,
said what he said. So, but yeah, I
yeah,
think we're about to almost hit an hour, like 4 minutes away. So we can wrap it up here if we don't got anything else. I think we're good.
yeah.
So thank you guys for watching episode 3. This episode, since it usually releases Thursday, it should be coming out tomorrow. Or if you're watching it, well, clearly it's out.
Wait, wait. What about that Roblox video we recorded? Oh, we have a Roblox video. We don't know what is that?
I'm gonna try to post it on Saturday.
Okay.
So if it's
Yeah.
out by Saturday, I was right. If it's not, whatever.
Well, that probably be the next video that comes out
Yeah,
before
exactly.
this, or no.
It
It
should
doesn't
be.
matter. I did. But I'm gonna put this in the video. You gotta help you make life easier by helping me edit these videos.
Okay.
But I think the podcast should be easier. I think you just put the overlay and
Yeah, I just have like a template and stuff, and I just paste it in the middle, and
this
then
is
that's
great.
it.
That's probably the easiest way to do these videos. It's just one clip, a couple clicks.
Yeah, exactly. It's nothing too bad, and we don't. I know you guys can still hear us, but like we don't make like mistakes usually talking during the podcast. So I don't have to go through and do like massive editing and stuff. So it's really easy. This is really easy to do. This
Yes,
the
because this
gaming
it's
videos that are gonna be not so easy, but it's whatever.
this is probably like the easiest thing to make videos. I'm happy we're doing this because I think this is the one thing we should have done a long time.
No,
But
exactly.
it was more so on me. Uh,
It's better
yeah,
late than never. It's all good.
yeah, I could have saved the org a long time ago.
Hey, we're back again now, just starting from the beginning. But
It's my goal to keep this thing alive
oh yeah,
now. So it is what it is.
exactly. Thank you guys for watching this episode. We'll see you back in episode 4, which should also like again come out next Thursday. But till then, everybody take care. Bye bye.
Take care. Watch your, make sure you keep us or keep updates. All right, what the fuck? I keep trolling. Don't cut this out. You will probably won't even. We're just gonna keep it.
We got
Follow us on
Twitter,
socials on
Instagram,
Twitter,
Facebook,
Instagram,
LinkedIn, YouTube.
LinkedIn,
Yeah, LinkedIn.
Facebook, Instagram, everything. YouTube at Global Conquerors. You can follow us there too on our socials. What is it? SMGFrenzy or is it
It's
Mocktardy even?
SMG
Or
Frenzy, I
but
think.
your name would come up too, even if you search it up, right?
Yeah, if you type in my real name, it pops up. It's SMG Frenzy GC still.
And then my socials besides Instagram are Assassin ADC,
Yep.
and my TikTok is the same. I do haven't uploaded, but my gaming Instagram page is the same, and then my IG is the only one different. My main, which is I am not dot ADC. So If you want to follow our socials personally,
Mhm.
and if you got any ideas, leave them in the comments. Make sure you leave a like, turn the notification bell, and then be on the lookout for the other videos coming out soon. Thank
Exactly.
you all for watching.